win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Glad to have you with us from SV Ballard Stadium in Norfolk, home to the Old Dominion Monarchs. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the James Madison Dukes, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Old Dominion Monarchs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. On the run from inside his own 5. The Monarchs offense will have the football first. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, and David, we've played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at him.
And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
Terrible way to start this game if you're on offense. You've given up 2 straight negative plays. You ran the ball on first down for negative yards, and then you take a sack now on second down. That tells me this offensive line has got to wake up. You knew this was physically going to be a challenge, but you've got to get ready to go, and you've got to fire off the ball because going backwards ain't going to get it done.
So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So James Madison's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollack, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. To the air, it's Cook. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
Second down, he'll throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Gideon. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They punted on their first drive of the game, and now they have to convert on 3rd down to avoid doing it again. They're working that left side. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on 4th down. The Monarchs will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's 1st down from the 44. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what?
He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, James Madison.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. The give on the inside. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And the Monarchs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Cook. Makes the catch. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Monarchs racing to the line in the hurry-up. 3rd down play from the gun. Zings it complete to the right. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And the Monarchs come to the line with a new set of downs.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Monarchs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And the Monarchs will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Finds some running room. He'll pick up 4 out to the 12. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Gets the back moving. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it. Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short, I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up something easy you know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
Guys, it's James Madison on top as we've come to the end of the quarter. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. He's got the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice.
Turning it on! And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense. The defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5 yard gain and a first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
The Dukes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Might be calling a hot route. To the air on first down. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Dukes! A great catch and run for 6.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Michigan has the lead right now, but unless Desmond Howard or Anthony Carter come running out of that tunnel, I'm not ready to say this one's over. They're up by a field goal over Nebraska. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Got his man. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The Monarchs headed quickly to the line. Off the play fake. Moving away from pressure. He's going to take off. Open space at the 25.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. I don't know if it was luck or if aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground. Their third sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
Oh, they're after him. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And the Monarchs decide to punt it away. He'll take it on the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for room. It's Slater. There he goes. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return. What a play to get the football back. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Dropping back, it's Cook. Pressure coming. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Wants to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And 3 receivers on the left side here on 2nd and short. Looking to go up top, and time's running out of the half. Grab near the marker. It's Chop. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Monarchs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Makes the grab on the left. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And this offense trusted their quarterback. Third down and short, they give him the football, tell him to go make a play. Nothing open, what does he do? We're in field goal range. We're in a good spot here. Throws the football away, makes the right decision.
Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Rushes on him. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Monarchs will kick it away to start the second half. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
The play action fake. They get to him as he throws. Finds a man in the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Dukes come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He might want another play. They're going to go to the air on third and short. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure. That sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. The Dukes are moving quickly down the field. Single back formation, and they give it to him.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business. Become more and more human, keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. calls his own number. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's Slater. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense, 1st and goal from the 7.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw.
Touchdown, James Madison. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Back to throw, it's Cook. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Good job corralling that football, but he couldn't get it out of the end zone, and it'll be a safety.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost where you're out of the field, but not that far. And I don't know how to explain this. I would love to give you words and break this down and be like, this is what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Got it in stride at the 15. Touchdown, Dukes. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give on the option. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. When you've already set your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if he tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Monarchs line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Hauls it in at the 25. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. And the Dukes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a The Dukes send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 41. A quick pass to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Let's see what they've got on second down. To throw, it's Cook. Quick strike complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. We've come to the break, and James Madison is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute.
Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Leaves it with the running back. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Well, obviously, the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And I tell you what, no secret on this drive. This offense, they're not trying to maintain balance. They're trying to line up and just dot you right in the eyes. 4 straight runs, get the first down, and really start to play physical.
All right, well, they've been trying to run the football to get it in here. You're right on the doorstep. I like maybe setting up a jumbo formation, maybe going play action, see if you can sneak a guy out in the flat for the score.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. And that might be a dagger. They push the lead out, and they are now setting their sights on their 12th straight win. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Phyllis, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Ohio State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Buckeyes ever do that? Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Wants to fire on second down. Fires downfield. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. And the Monarchs come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They want to throw it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Monarchs will call on their punt team. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He gets a block. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. From the 30-yard line on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab.
And that's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into, and you want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Dukes come to the line with a new set of downs. Off-play action on first down. Fires to the wideout. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. His drive will open from the 15. Got it behind the line. It's sacked. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Rides the back and leaves it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
Looking to throw on first down. Unleashes one deep. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we...
A shot toward the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports.